new people on a trial membership, that ended yesterday for $1 that people could try that. Try us for 5 days for $1 and get everything that everybody else gets, except you can't apply to our grants because you won't be there long enough. In 5 days, it takes us 2 weeks to process them. So we have 4 big grants every month that we give out, total like $70,000. And the deadline, so the next deadline is the 30th, where we give out 30 laptop computers. So we give that out on the 30th of this month, so you have to apply by that. And the applications are on Let's Go Help 2. You'll see on the left-hand side, there's a tab for all our grants, and that's available. Also, don't forget to see the question corner there, where you leave a question. We can't help you until you ask a question. I mean, because all this stuff, there's so much stuff here, and it's hard to understand. And once you get into it a little bit, then you'll be able to understand a little bit more. Now, actually, I'm going to put up in the chat right now on Let's Go Help are the 5 websites that you don't even need me for. These are people who get paid by the government to help you do what I charge you for. How do you like that? But you should know these because they are helpful, and if they don't work, then you have to come back to us more. But there's basically 5, I think they're wonderful websites that have people there to help you get help. In other words, the same thing we do and we charge the $20 for. They do for free, and they're with the government. But you have to know how to use these people. See, to me, or you're looking for help from me. Well, I want to get your money so I can eat, right? So my motive is to make sure I make you happy so I could keep paying my bills, okay? But when you contact the government, it's not that way. They get the same paycheck whether they help you or not. Did you get my thank you video? Ooh, Grace, no, when? Great, where's this? I'd love to see anything nice. Thank you, a video. Gosh, Grace, where did you send it? Could you send it so I see it? I mean, there's so much stuff. Maybe Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Okay, Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Okay, Miguel, I'm trying to help someone in Miami who's homeless, makes about $1,000 off Social Security, too poor to meet minimum requirements for get housing help. Well, there are other kinds of things. Miguel, look at the list I have there. You see, for living expenses, go to living expenses in the list up there, put in your zip code, and then put housing, and there's probably a dozen, 2 dozens, maybe even 50 organizations that help people who have trouble getting housing. See, and the way you use this, it's not, you're not going to find, I mean, you may get lucky and find, oh, the first one you contact, they're going to help you. But don't plan on that, because most likely that's not going to happen. You're going to have to call a whole bunch of people to get help. But that's important. And for you doing it versus the person who is worried about eating and living and all this kind of thing, they're under more stress and have a harder time in dealing with government officials who are there to help them and solve the problem. But you have to be nice to these people and that are there to help you, and we forget that because we're in such stress. Radio free. Here's another email if it doesn't get me there. I said, help me get out of debt. Joey, we're getting old together, aren't we? Well, again, it all depends on what kind of debt it is. I mean, I think, Joe, you said about housing debt. I mean, but business debt. So it's that small SBDCs and make an appointment. That's how my sister got out of it. You don't ask for grants, you ask for help. And that's the important, okay, is asking for help. Let's see, where do we have? Thank you, Grace. The five websites that I think everybody should know about and have, because they're there for everybody to take advantage of. Rich, poor, they don't ask you for income, maybe one or two, may have to charge you extra if you have a lot of money, but 99% of all this stuff I give you won't charge you for money no matter what your income is. There certainly are programs that you may not be able to get a grant for, but like if you want to get job training, you don't have a job and you're a millionaire, you could get $10,000 to train for a new job and be a millionaire. So it's not always what you heard about one program does not mean it helped. It is the same everywhere. Okay, Miguel, are you set up? Now, when you say too poor to meet minimum requirements, that's for one program, Miguel. There will always be more programs that have different requirements. So what you find in one program does not mean it solves for other programs. So you have to do the research and find the other programs. So if somebody says, okay, this is the place to find help for housing, and that office will not help you because you make too much money or you don't make enough money or whatever it is. There's always something. That's fine, okay? Then you have to go to other places to find the problem. You don't, because one person says you're this, that, or the other thing, does not mean the world, it doesn't mean that everybody is against you, just those people. And you have to find other people. We live in a large, it's a complicated society out there. I mean, it sounds logical if one person says no, and that's the kind of program, then all the people with those programs will say no too. That's wrong. And that's what gets people frustrated or think there's not money for them because they go to one program and they hear they're not eligible. So that means they're not. Miguel, what's your zip code for Miami? Okay, is it 3 something, right? What's your zip code in Miami, Miguel? Miguel, what's your zip code for your friend, okay? Miguel? Let me, Miami zip code. Okay. Well, I'm going to get the zip code for Miami. I see it's 33101. That's one of the zip codes. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to go to findhelp.org. This is what one of the 5 websites I gave you at the beginning there. And I put in 33101. Okay, I'm there. Now we put in housing. Okay, I put in housing. Okay, now listen to this, Miguel. This is where people stop, okay, because they don't even know this. 332 nonprofits that help with housing. Okay, 300. So that's why if one says you make too much, you have 331 other places to check, to see. And see, the way you do this is if you contact one of these, and the best thing, you have to get on the phone. The best way is to get on the phone, start talking to the people. And if they say they can't help you, then what you have to do is ask them where else, get suggestions from them. The people who say no to you, that they can't help you, you get suggestions from them on where else you could go to get that kind of help. They are the best places. They're going to be better than me or anybody else that works with us or helps you here, because they're in Miami trying to solve that problem. And then again, if one person says no, you call them up again, another one, they say no, then you have to keep doing the same thing. I'm sorry you don't want it that way. I don't want it that way either. But you have to live with reality and what's there. You can't go and make the world the way you want it. You can, but you got to solve your problem first. And the problem you have in front of you is what me and my wife don't have enough for down payment on anything. We're currently saving. Okay, Thomas, but again, programs different all the time. I mean, I just ran into a program in somewhere in Florida that has a $100,000 down payment grant. You know, there's you have a problem. You're not the only one with the problem. So there's programs that help you with that, Thomas. Okay, how do you do this? How do you find that? Okay, Thomas, you have to go to item number. Tammy, is it item number 7 in the meta report or 8? You got to go to item number 7 we're in the Let's Go Meta report, and you have 7 organizations there that all help people without money try to get a house, okay? And that's what they're doing. So you have to dig. This is like mining for gold. It's not going to come to you. You have to come to it. Okay, because these people that give out $100,000 for free, there's usually a government office or a nonprofit organization, and they don't have advertising money. So you have to go out and do it. So if you're going and looking for a house and all you're talking to are to realtors, you know, they want you to get money and have it easy for them. So they don't even know about these other programs because they don't make any commission off them. So I mean, they may know some, but no, you can't rely on anybody in the business, particularly if they're making money in the business. You have to find people who are not making money in the business and are just there to get you a house. Okay, they're the people you have to find. Hi, is FEMA the best help in housing after I lost my job day before the hurricane? Yes, absolutely. You call FEMA right away. Been affected by FEMA? You call them. Okay, disasterassistance.gov. Disasterassistance.gov. Okay, and there's lots of money for job training, for rent, for all kinds of stuff. And so disasterassistance.gov. Find out the applications, and then also go to find help. Findhelp.org. Okay. You also want to go to findhelp.org and put in, I don't know what you need. You need a new job. Okay, I would put in job. I would also go to careeronestop.org. Make an appointment and talk to people. Don't just look on the internet and think you're going to learn something. No, you'll learn more misinformation than information. Stay out of Google. And just talk to people that are in that websites end in .gov or .org. Oh God, why did that pop up here? And .org. Okay, websites that end in .gov or .org. They're the people who help you for free. And everybody else is trying to make money out of you or scare the pants off you and make you believe that there's no help. That is immoral to me, the people who do that. There is so much help out there, but it takes work on your part okay, yeah, that's the report Tammy has there that has all those organizations. And there's no shortcut to just going down that list, calling every one of them. So it takes you a week. So it takes you 2 weeks. So it takes you 3 weeks. What'd you do the last 3 weeks? Did you get a house? No. Okay? You have to do something. And it takes effort, something that you may not be comfortable in doing, but you'll get over it. Once you start making a few phone calls, hey, these people are sort of nice. Sure, you're always going to run into idiots, but you do that everywhere. You go to, a Safeway, and you're going to have idiots, be in your way there too. I mean, that's just part of being human. Don't think everybody's perfect, because none of us are. And we want everybody else to treat us perfectly. And that ain't going to happen. And so if you want to solve problems, you have to, number one, realize nobody out there is perfect. So what you're going to get is not going to be perfect, but it will solve your problem. And you have to find that. And that takes effort on your part. There's no shortcut, okay? And it doesn't take any super knowledge or inside information and stuff like that. That's just anecdotal, and anybody could find one case where something is right that sounds weird. I mean, when talk shows first started, who are those people that were daytime talk shows? I married my sister's cousin and her dog together. Just weird shit. that you find all this weird stuff. Anybody could do it, and that's what the internet's full of now. It's just talk shows. Everybody has a crazy ass idea. They think the world should be like this, and so they tell everybody else because nobody says they can't. And that's fine. That's free speech. You have to be smart enough to tune it out and stop wasting time reading that stuff. And go out and solve problems. And the way you solve problems is you find people that are already getting money to help you solve that problem. Okay? Now that's the biggest thing. People don't like okay, FEMA. Now people are trying to tell you that FEMA isn't there to solve problems and doesn't have money. And that's just fucking wrong. They got more money than God, and if they run out, they'll get more. And you have to go to them. And don't trust some Yahoo who says FEMA's not there. Call them up yourself. You can check it out. It's easy. And when you call them up, they're going to give you an application. What more do you need? Just don't, you got to get the answer from the horse's mouth. You can't rely on anybody, a middleman, even me or whatever, who's saying this is what's out there. No, you go and find out. And then you satisfy yourself. And also, the people you contact, remember, if they can't help you, the trick to this is you ask them, where else can I get this? Number 18. Number 18 where, Connie? Cami. Yeah, tell Tammy what number 18 is. The best way to get help. Shows an error. So we have, it's hard. We can't keep everything up to date, so things go on away. But another thing is if you have the name of the organization, then you can use Google. When you have the name of a specific organization, not just grants for rent but you have the link that we give you doesn't work. And it's for the National Association of People Who Need Money for Rent.com. You go there and check it out. And you contact them. Hey, I hear sometimes you have programs. And then you call them. Try that one. Okay, great. Thank you. Jobs, $20 per hour. Oh, Cami job. Okay. That's in the gig economy. In our, Tammy, I forget what it's like in the Let's Go Meta Grant report. It's down there. All the gig works. And that's right. No, earning income is the best way. And now it's easier now to earn income than any time in the history of America, I feel. But that's a biased opinion. So you could get a gig job at home. Another place is to go. Another place to go to Indeed. Go to Indeed.com and put in gig or part-time or work at home. And don't forget, none of them are going to do that. Keywords, I'm going to put in gig work. Okay, that's it. Let's see. Okay, here I put in Indeed.com, put in gig works. And this is where, hey, they need somebody today, make a couple $100 or whatever it is, those kinds of things. And that's it. And also you could go here and look for work at home stuff. And they're all legit. That's it. You don't go to the internet and look for these. Things like Indeed, the people that are there are going to get legit. And also what's neat, the companies that advertise there, you also can see reviews of the people who use this. See, that's the important thing. And that's why what we're doing here, like Tammy. Tammy's a member. Look at how she's helping you, right? And that's why I think Tammy's better to help you than me. Because she's applying for grants now and getting them. I haven't applied for a grant in years and years. And I've been studying this 50 years. So it's different, and they're closer to you. Tammy could relate to you much better than I can. You'll look at me and say, well, I don't dress like that, so they won't give me a grant. Nonsense. They'll probably give you a grant sooner than when they see me coming. So don't make up excuses to be lazy. That's what we do. I mean, I do that. Oh, well, they're not going to give me this. Well, no, get above that. And that's the other, what the community is here, is people helping each other people. Because you talk to Tammy, hey, I did it, and that's better than me just blowing smoke at you. Whatever. And that's why I think I had no idea this would happen. I just had a place to get information out to people. I didn't know that people are so loving nowadays to want to help other people. The joy is in helping people, not so much getting the money. So once they get the money, the joy in life is growing your heart. And I don't know about you, but I think growing your heart is one thing you could keep growing forever. Like me at my age, I'm 81 years old, and I can't get faster, I can't get stronger, I can't get smarter, I forget so much shit, it's amazing. But what I can do is love better, I love more. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that's why here at Let's Go Help, I see all these other people want to do this too. And they see the joy and how much fun it is to help people with the knowledge. We all know something a little more than somebody else. Sure, you don't know everything as me or whatever, but I've been doing it 50 years. Doesn't matter. You're 2 days ahead of everybody else. Don't forget. That's good enough. That's enough to help somebody, because you tried that shit. That doesn't work. You got to tell them, try something else. And just share with whatever you have, because what you really give is comfort. Oh my God, why can't trust? How come you have so much hair at your age? Can't ask me. I have no idea. This man stole my rent money and left me homeless. Well, I don't think I stole anybody's rent money. If you're homeless, you want to call 211 right away. Now, that's a nonprofit collection of all the organizations that help people who are homeless. So you want to call them. That's what we do. We show you who to contact regularly. I didn't steal your rent. Well, that's nice. But, no, I show you where to get rent. There are other people, but maybe what you're referring to, there's people that pretend they're me and they ask you for money. Now, the only money I'll ever ask you for is $20. That's all it takes to join us. And for $20, you can have us 24/7 for 30 days. And then you get another $20 if you want to stay. And that's all you'll get from us. So that if you're paying $20 for rent and you paid that to us, then yeah, you could say, I didn't steal it, you gave it to me. But there are people who pretend they're me or promising you grants, and they charge hundreds or even thousands of dollars for it. They asked me, how did I find out about them? And I said, let's go on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Alexis. What kind of help are you getting from them at Career Source, PBH, Palm Beach County? Is that it? Ah, cool. Yeah. What are you looking at for them? Can you share with us what they're doing? Because help other people learn about these programs. See, Alexis, you can do that and improve somebody else's life. I mean, that's what we're all here for. Tammy, you or Matt helped me get out of debt in Wisconsin. I have called so many people and ran out of ideas. Thank you, guys. Well, if you put in your zip code at, what is your zip code, Joey? What is your zip code? Okay, 53. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to go to findhelp.org. Okay, I'm going to start a new search, and it's 53022. Okay. Five 3022. Okay, let me get back to you, Joey. Here we go. Okay, here's 40 organizations, nonprofit organizations that help you with debt. Okay, and I found that in findhelp.org and put in debt. And now you got to call. If you've been at it for a while, so it may take a while yet. Call every one of them, ask them if they could help you, and if they can't, then ask them who else can help you. Okay, there's no shortcut to that, unfortunately. And you gotta solve the problem, and that means getting on the phone and talking to people, okay? And people who are in the business of solving problems like you, okay, or like yours. And that's if a career source updated my resume and are helping me get a job, but they don't pay more than rent. I got displaced from Jennings, Florida after hurricane and lost a remote job. I say, well, look for another remote job, Alexis. I just gave you the go to Indeed, Indeed.org, okay? Okay, for getting a better job, Alexis, go there. Also, Alexis, ask them about training money. Okay, if you don't have a good job, okay, besides getting a job, you want to know about training programs, okay? That's what you want to do, okay? And if they're not telling you about that, because you probably haven't asked, you just want a job, you don't want to, but there's training programs that even have money to pay you while you're training. And that's what's important. Okay, ask about training. And also go to your community college. They have a lot of training programs that are free, and some of them even pay you money while you're training program to get a skill so that you can be making more money with a skill. Okay? Just join. Can't wait to start improving my future. Yes, baby. Well, that's what we're here for. So Indeed. Indeed.com, go there. They have bunches of remote working jobs, okay? And you've done it before, so you know you just start applying for them, okay? The people who aren't getting your jobs at more than $20, that means you also have to look into getting a skill. If you don't have a skill, there's no reason to pay you more money. So whether it's a computer or maybe in healthcare, whatever, start looking for short-term skills. So maybe it's 3 months to become a technician in something. No, see the options. And the only way you start doing those options is your community college or ask your career place that you're at. Ask them about job training. And what do they have for job training? So when they're helping you with the resume and all that, ask them about job training. Then go to your community college. Make an appointment make an appointment with a counselor, okay, at your community college, because they have programs too. They're getting grant money to help you get a skill, and they do the training and everything, and you get the skill in a higher. Then what you do is go to findhelp.org. Are you in Palm Beach County? Is that where you are? You want to go find help, put it in job, and search job training in your zip code. Okay. Findhelp.org. Well, what's zip code? Palm Beach County. Okay, 33415. Okay, 33416. Okay, so you want to go 33416, the zip code, in findhelp.org. Okay, then I put a job training. Job training, what do I get? Okay, 198 organizations in Palm Beach County that help with job training. That means they're free. You see that? They're free, 198 organizations. I'd start, contacting there to find out something right. Yes, Palm Beach County. Okay, here's the link for 196 organizations in Palm Beach County for job training. Okay, and the people you're working at with the Career One Stop, ask them too, but don't stop. One person said, look, so that's one office, the Career One Stop, but look, I just found 200 more offices in your county that help you with job training. Now, the pain in the ass is that you have to do this. And then in the meantime, go to Indeed.com and look for work at home possibilities there, or even gig economies where you work a couple hours, a couple days, or whatever, short term, quick money. So at least you have income coming in. That's what you want to do. You need that income. And so you could do that with gig, and that's flexible. You don't have to work all the time. You work when you want, things like that. Financial assistance, again, I wanted to ask if there is help. COVID-19, also personal debts incurred. Now, I'm not familiar with Canada, but I'm sure Canada has stuff like this. I almost did a book when I started doing this kind of work. They wanted me to do it. They said, oh, I'm not Canadian. They can't give me money to do that. Go to your local library in Canada and ask them about that. I'm sure they have programs like this. They're probably even better at it than we are. I just cover U.S. programs, and that's it. Guys, I'm getting a sore throat, and I'm fighting some bug, and I got to do another, what do you call it? Interview. I'm doing interviews now on blogs. So if you run a blog, whatever, let me know if you want me to share information to help your listeners, readers, or whatever. Also, car repair for now. Yes, Nick. Go to findhelp.org, put in car repair, and you'll see what organizations are locally. Also apply to our grant. We have a grant every month for car repair. We give out $15,000. So make sure you apply there, okay? Okay, guys, my throat is fading. Use ChatGPT or Perplexity. Yeah, you bet. No, ChatGPT AI is very good because there's no... It's a good place looking for grants. Just when you do there, say you're looking for grants from government offices or nonprofit organizations to make sure you get no one selling you anything, but it's a lot better than Google. Don't go to Google. Take care. Thanks, Grace, baby.